Hey, Dr. Fred, TMT. I have a question for you. Are you getting bitter or are you getting better? Hey, sometimes life hands us things that are really sweet. We love these sweet things, right? Especially if you have a sweet tooth. And sometimes we get things that are bitter. What's that mean? They're pain. So it's like a lemon. If anybody's bitten into a lemon, imagine biting into a lemon right now. If you've done it, you already know. What do? You pucker your lips. Man, it's sour, right? So things happen in life. Sometimes you have pits. We got to spit the pits out, right? Bite into it again. What's this? Hey, my teacher told me I was dyslexic. Maybe I had asthma. I couldn't play with other kids. I wasn't good enough, right? I had a mom that died. I had a business and people embezzled. Someone cheated on me. I've been divorced. Or, you just have challenges in a marriage or with your kids. It's bite after bite. And we have things that become bitter. You can see it on my face. You guys know this. You've done this. But what happens, the way your brain works, is when you have a sensation and it creates an emotion. What's the sensation? Bitter. What's the emotion? Rejection. It wires into your brain. It becomes part of your physiology, and that's why you all know when you bite into a lemon, you can taste it right now, but what's that turn into? That turns into our story that we tell about our life, and we tell enough stories, and every time we tell the story, it wires more into our brain because it's already wired there, so we're hardwiring this story into our brain until we've told it so many times that it becomes a belief. And then the thing is, when we believe it, we become what we believe, and then we have the mantra, I am who I am because of what I went through. But we're a spiritual being on a human journey. We come here with a purpose. The fulfillment of your vision and purpose is waiting on your lemon story, right? So I was at a seminar this weekend, and it was really a self-empowerment seminar is really what it was. And after a few hours of teaching these people about limiting beliefs and how to clear them and all that, this woman comes up to me. We're on a 10-minute break, right? I'm thinking, okay, I got to go to the bathroom. I got to do this. What am I talking about next? I'm going. This woman in her 60s walks up to me, and she has tears running down her face. First thing she says is, my father abused me. Now when people ask things of me, I push them away. And I'm like, oh my God, I got to go through this now. I don't have time. This is going to be a long story. I can't help her right now. And then come into presence like on the other TMTs. And I'm thinking, God sent her to me. Okay, I got to handle this. I got 3 minutes. So I said, like what? What do people demand from you? He goes, and she said, well, when they demand my emotions, to care about them. And I'm like, you're a doctor. See, the fulfillment of your purpose is waiting on your story. This woman does not have the practice she wants. She's not fulfilling her vision. She has something bigger inside her, yet because she was abused, right? And she said, I forgive him, but. How many times do we have that? I forgive him, but. So what's forgiveness? Hey, Deepak Chopra, right? Why did people turn to spirituality? Because they've bitten on the lemon so many freaking times. What do they do? Well, I know I need to forgive him. I've forgiven him. How about the mantra, when life gives you lemons, make lemonade? So let's take a sip. Still tastes like lemons to me. See, sometimes we can say we forgive them, but all we have is a diluted version of our story. Well, I've forgiven them, and, years go by, and I've forgiven them. What are you doing? You're drinking the lemonade. It was funny because innately that mantra never made sense to me. I would say it, but something inside me wouldn't feel good, and I didn't know why, and I don't really ever say that, right? But I've heard it 8 million times. Why? Because it's a diluted version of our pain. How many glasses of lemonade do we have to drink? Right? So immediately, so what do? So I'm sitting there, okay, fine. I know we got to clear this out, and so you can't, the problem is, we think because something is in our past, is the lemon going to be in the glass? Yes. Because it's a fact in our past, we think we can't ever change it, so what do? We drink lemonade. You can't change the fact of your past, but you can change the meaning of the facts in your past. So immediately, I know, okay, I got 3 minutes. Tony Robbins has a technique, it's called conscious blaming, right? So I give him the credit for this. So immediately, I think of that and I say, okay, if you're going to blame him for your pain, why don't you blame him for the gift? What gift did you get? Go to past TMTs, we talk all about this. What gift did you get? And she said, well, I survived. Oh, that's the problem. This is the lemonade. This is, well, because we think we're still here, we've made it through, and we talked about forgiveness many times in our head, but is it really in your heart? Well, I survived, so what I tell her? Survival is not thriving. That's not the gift. Boom, pattern interruption. What did you get? She sat there, and she looked confused for a second, and then she said, the epiphany hit. That's why I became a doctor. She changed her story. So the next thing I said was, so your father abused you, and I said, did you try and love him anyway? She said, oh yes, I always tried to help him. I always tried to help him heal. So in other words, as your father was abusing you, you still had enough compassion and love and courage to still care for him. Right? Now what did that do? That gave you courage, that gave you independence, that gave you strength. All of a sudden, she's getting these epiphanies. It starts enlightening her. What does she start doing? Creating a new story. Then what did I say? So now I gotta go. So we teach a couple hours later. I call on her and I said, if you're a spiritual being, do you believe you're a spiritual being with a life purpose? Yes. Do you believe you came here with that purpose and you're supposed to fulfill it? Yes. My question is, why'd you pick your father? If your life has intention, why did you choose to go through your father to fulfill your purpose? See, if everything has a reason in our life that gives us courage, skill, and faith, if every pain, if every lemon that we got to bite on, even if it has bits, gives us courage, skill, look at my face, and faith to the next level, then there's a huge gift. I said, why'd you come through your father? And she said, so I could help other people. Did that change the lemon? Nope. We got our faith joy. You guys love this faith joy glass. Guess what? Wow, now I have tea. Check this out. It's got ginseng, antioxidants, and honey. We're going to sweeten that story. We're going to build our body. Man, check this out. I'm going to pour this in here. Oh, let's add some sweetness to that bitterness. Give me some antioxidants. You know, how about ginseng? What's that do? Hey, that helps libido in men, by the way. I'm just saying. So, I don't even taste the lemon. Is the lemon still in there? Check it out. Is the lemon still in there? Yeah. But what do we see on the outside? Joy, faith. What am I tasting? Sweetness. You know, after that, her face illuminated. There was this person that came to me crying. I mean, I noticed her in the audience. She was dark, sad. Right? And then all of a sudden, white light. Now, there was other people in the audience that had relationships with her for years. They said out loud, Susie, you are different. You have changed. On the last day of the seminar, after I saw this illumination, she's positive, radiating this smile that did not exist on the person that came in, but because she changed the meaning, all of a sudden the weight was off of her, right? And I said, what did I say to her? Oh, I said, yeah. I said, Susie, I want you to go back and talk about your dad abusing you. She said, I will never, in front of the crowd, she goes, I will never, just in this tone, even with a finger, I will never go back there. Because you changed the meaning. You changed the story. Hey, here's a quote from Joel Osteen. The same way you talk yourself out of your vision and purpose is the same way you talk yourself into it. Tony Robbins, change your story, change your life. Here's a question. What limiting story are you telling that maybe your purpose is waiting for, and how can you change that into an empowering story? Let's go from a limiting story into an empowering story, and let's fulfill our purpose so we can contribute to the lives of others. Hey, not only do I need to hear this, right? So please share this, comment. People all over the world can hear this. Every human being is here, every spiritual being, human being, any human experience is here to fulfill a purpose. Please let's spread this around the world. I love you guys. By the way, all these principles I get out of You Are More Powerful Than You Think. Go to Audible, go to Amazon, go to youaremorepowerful.com. It will be a game changer and a life changer. I promise. Love you guys. See you next week.